welcome to the Ateneo Blue Eagle Zombie podcast.
If you're wondering bakit zombie, it's a takeoff the Marvel Comics zombie podcast.
Because it means you're
diehard fan.
Passionate about that particular comic company.
Oh, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll introduce ourselves. Start, Jigs.
My name is Jiggy Cruz. Hello.
Sige, bakit ka diehard Ateneo fan? Sige nga.
My first UAAP seniors game, I was first year high school. It's against the Salle. 99, Cuneta Astronaut.
Did we win that game?
Yes, we did. Wesley Gonzalez was player.
Oh, whoo. All right.
So, because my dad's from Salle. And when we were younger, kantsawan. Kasi reigning, defending champion sila nun. I think they were coming off back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were coming off back-to-back.
Back-to-back sila nun.
And ako, high school na, let's get the school spirit coming, ganyan. The juniors who won before, lumilipat na like sila Enrico. Na parang, uy, kaya yata na. I think it was, they called the Dream Team. The first year of Joey pa.
That's right. Okay, I'm Rick Olivares and
of Bleachers
True Blue. And
True Blue.
I've written a couple of books about the Ateneo Blue Eagles and done a couple of documentaries. Anyway, we're here to talk about the newly concluded season 80 where we're UAAP champs for the 9th time.
Yes.
Yeah. Sarap ng feeling.
Bigay nyo na sa amin. Matagal, may 5 years din kami naging. Yeah.
Jigs.
And you know, Rick, I told you the other night that this is the first time we're celebrating as friends. Yes, we met before during one of my cousin's junior games. But I remember we were at the restaurant in Teachers Village. I think it was Pipino.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, sabi mo, Kiefer injured, baka hindi siya maglaro against NU. And takot ko, every time we lose to NU, we don't win the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the time. And I'm happy that we're celebrating well.
Yeah, of course. All right. What were your thoughts before the season started? Ikaw?
I know I kind of felt that we had a good chance. And people were saying, hindi kayo mag-champion, huh? Teka, intact pa yung team namin. Shouldn't we be contenders? I thought that we at least would contend Final Four. Yun yung sure ako, kaya. That was my, But, siguro nung, 7-0, kaya yata. So may expectation, kaya, sige, fight.
Ako nung season 79, after we lost the 7 players to academics, there was that hint of trouble on the horizon. But I remember in the preseason, in spite of losing those 7 guys, Ateneo still hung tough, and they were.
And we overachieved in season 17.
Yeah, but no preseason, they had gutted it out. They were grinding out teams. They lost some matches, but they won some matches, and they made it all the way to the quarters or Final Four, if I'm not mistaken, of the summer league. And that said a lot about the team. And then I felt that they were gonna get better, and I told myself, even at the end of the summer leagues, this team is gonna go to the finals. And I pretty much pointed out in one of my writings, they're gonna go to the finals. And everyone said, "Are you crazy?" No, I'm not crazy. I said, that's how good that team was. And can you imagine if the other guys were there, we would have won the championship. But my preseason prediction in 79 was, you'd make it, but we weren't going to win it. We were going to get swept. And I felt that they were too young, because I don't believe in young teams winning championships. So you need veterans. Now, this past summer, watching them, they hardly had any practice and they looked terrible. So kung pagbabasihan natin yung summer leagues, hindi magpa-Final Four yan. But, they had adapted to the new academic calendar. And I thought that Tab will have learned so much from last season. Now, the 6 weeks prior to the UAAP opening season 80, they were something else. Different na. Then I was really, really amazed at the transformation. The boot camp helped. them winning all these tune-up matches and seeing it for myself, watching them, I said, this is a different team. Marami tong paiyakin na team. So, nung aking preseason preview, I said, how do you follow up season 79? I said, simple, returning to the finals and winning it. But you got to do all these things, which is one, get Ike.
Ike should play well.
Ike should play well because you need someone to match up with Ben Mbala.
And which he did.
So that was my preseason. Now, I cited certain things that they must get physically ready for it. They needed certain guys to step up, etc., etc. But I felt we had a strong chance to beat Salle. Now, last year, if you asked me at the end of season 79, I said Salle back to back. But nung past summer, this summer,
that was the one
I saw a lot of problems with Salle. A lot of problems. They weren't as sharp. And they had changed their game, di ba? Mayhem. Pero hindi sila yung last year, di ba? I thought they were very vulnerable. And I saw that during the season,
Was it exposed during the UP game where they lost?
No, I thought they were exposed nung summer. I wrote about it in that piece, in The Return of the King. I think it's one. I don't think it's everything. But it says a lot about the way their defense was different. In all their losses, even during the preseason, they were always torched from the outside. Always. 8, 10 3-pointers a game. Some teams had 13, 14 3-pointers against them.
Talo sila
lahat. They had problems with the perimeter, ball screen defense, and all that. It was something I feel they never fixed during the entire season. And I kept quiet about it. But I was sharing information with the assistant coaches, talking about it. And, I was looking at all the stats, even their other games. I even talked to FU about that, their infamous rumble in Davao, no? So they showed me the stats, and I said, see, it follows. And right up to game 3, we hit them with 10 3-pointers.
And we hit 3 3-pointers in the last canto.
Exactly. Those were the killer blows, diba?
First from Matt, second from Anton, and the last one from Isaac.
Diba? Amazing. Okay, there were some crucial, for you, Jigs, ano yung mga memorable or highlight matches nung elimination round?
Yeah. Okay, siguro the one that stood out for me was the second FEU game.
Alright.
We were down, it was I think it was the first time we were down
in the first half,
entering the fourth quarter also. And they showed their mental toughness na humabol sila. And there was one particular play, I think si Thirdy got the rebound from one hand, tapos dinrive niya, tapos it was an all play.
Yeah.
You kind of felt na, hey, these guys are hungry.
Yeah.
So that stood out for me, that second FEU game.
Just that one. Well, let's not talk about the Final Four yet.
Yeah.
So
the UP game, second one also. I think that was win number 13.
We played catch-up ball.
Takot ako dun.
Kasi fourth quarter lang din.
Kasi Isaac hit a 3. I think it was 9. And then, natay nila. But then they stayed composed. That was the thing.
For me, there were a couple of things, no? Heading into the first match of the season against Adamson, everyone was saying that Adamson was going to cream us. I didn't believe that for 1 minute because the past 2 seasons, including the preseason, Adamson never beat us. So
they got one from us last season.
Yeah,
in layup. But
hindi ako impressed.
Yeah.
I thought that hindi ako impressed. But that's a darn good team.
Yeah.
Once they put it all together, they'll be very, very difficult to match up with. And I always felt that we had to handle Adamson because everyone said they'd be a contender heading into, and they were. They legitimately were. No? So the first Adamson game, Then the UP game first round because UP was on a win streak.
It was a Tyler Teo breakout.
Oh, so that was important. I feel, di ba, like any basketball team, technically wala kang tapo na laro. You have to play everyone hard. But you kind of know who the contenders are for the season. So if you're able to beat the top tier teams, you stand a bigger chance of making it, di ba? Kasi kung tatalo naman yung bottom feeders,
that was Adams. They only beat the ones below them.
Exactly. So that's hard, di ba? So the UP and of course LaSalle. LaSalle is always your barometer. And the way we beat them in the first round with Matt,
sinking those 2 free throws,
getting that steal after the turnover, that was something. It reinforced the win nung summer, nung Phil Oil, when 30 hit that game-winning 3-pointer, 4-point play off Richie Rivero. So to win the game, and that was amazing. I sat next to Norman Black.
Off a 4-point play.
Yeah. Left corner pocket, no?
So 3 to tie, 1 free throw to win.
Something like no. I think that we were down by 1 yata, if I'm not mistaken. And sinagot ni ganda yun eh. He was wide open and sumabit si Richie. And 30 hit the free throw. Even naman last year you could see 30 siya na rin nagbubuhat eh. But this year, kahit binuhat ni Thirds, ang laki ng tulong ng Matt Nieto eh.
Yeah.
Sobrang laking tulong. He became a steady player. He became more cerebral, and he was clutch. And of course, Isaac. It's a team effort, but certain guys, like Isaac. Isaac became a go-to shooter and all that.
Yeah, but to close the game, parang a lot of people were saying, I give it to Matt. Matt to shoot the last shot.
For sure, because Matt was the one who was their leading scorer in the fourth period. No? So yun, LaSalle. To be honest with you, I didn't rate FU highly because I thought that...
I remember, that first game I watched the season live, because hirap ako watching on Saturdays because we go to Mass. So, Sunday yung kaya. I remember I talked to you in that usual, where you stood, in that, I think it's Patron 110.
Yeah.
Rick, kaya ba? Kaya yan. Huwag ka nang kabahan. Sabi mo. And then,
Tama sila nun, di ba?
So, yes. And then sabi sa'yo, panalo tayo. And
then, we had handled them pretty well. No?
I asked you then, sige, who's your final four? Sabi mo, Salle, Ateneo, Adamson, and then it was between FEU and
UP. Diba?
Which is true. Sila
in my preseason preview, I said NU wasn't gonna make it. And I was talking to Jamaica Rin's assistant, Ricky Reyes, and he was astounded that I didn't rate NU highly. But it's no disrespect to their team. You have Jamaica Rin, so a wonderful coach.
But
they're young. I felt that it's tough. Yun yung problem nung nangyari sa NU the other year. And I think some people in NU rated their team highly, the last team of Eric Altamirano. You don't win with young guys. You don't. It's tough. If you're, you know that I love the New York Yankees, and that was pretty much a young team. Parang they nearly made it, but they didn't. Because
but in the future, they're gonna be tough to beat.
We'll see what happens. But baseball is a different thing, no? But in basketball, especially UAP, where you play a minimum of 14 games, medyo mas natitimpla mo. So feeling ko talaga, NU, hindi pa. Next year, it'll be tougher. No? But anyway, those were yung contenders. No? And I like, it's, UP is always a difficult matchup.
Yeah. I think that medyo mismatch tayo kay UP.
Kasi you know what, in fairness naman, every team gets up to play us, di ba? And the same thing with LaSalle. Every team gets up to play Ateneo and LaSalle, di ba? Bakit hindi? Gusto mong patumbahin yan eh.
Yes.
Diba? So, yun yung kalaban mo, yung pressure, tapos yung mga teams who want to beat you. Yeah, but I think it's different for the Ateneo team this year, unlike yung 5-peat. Hindi pa nagsisimula yung laban, alam mo nang talo yung kalaban. Pagtapak pa lang, round robin, sindak na sila, alam mo. Tapos ito, walang nasindak eh.
That the fifth one, you're talking about the fifth team, the 2012.
The 5-peat, some teams weren't afraid of us anymore. But the 4-peat, wow, we were rolling over teams. we were really rolling all over teams then. Even in 2008
That
in
was the
Kileramba.
13-1 din yun, no?
Yeah.
For the 4P.
Alam mo nung I remember 2008, no, heading into the finals against Salle. Some of my friends from Salle actually who were seated in the patron section, they asked me, "Hey Rick, is Ramba gonna play?" Kasi diba he rolled his ankle and all that. And I said, "Yeah, he's alright." And one of them said, "Ay, patay." Diba, alam mo yung doon pa lang alam mo na tapos na eh, talo na eh. Diba? But you know, the three-peat, medyo walang takot kasi walang sentro. But Justin Chua played out of his mind there. Diba? So, but I think this year, kasi hindi nila nakita yung Ateneo ng the months preceding eh. So, kala nila, pero after all, watching them, sindak sila lahat, tayo maglaro to, diba? Ayun, so...
It was beautiful basketball.
Oh, definitely. You know, they...
Unselfish.
Yeah, they got Tab system, no? You know, see, I thought that, you know, you're hearing it everywhere, the praise for what Tab has done, and seeing where they came from last year, no? Talagang, they struggled with it. I thought Tab struggled with the college game.
Here's the thing. I won't mention na lang yun, but before, there were years na pag pinasok tong guy na to, ay patay makakahabol na yung kalaban.
Well, it still happened this year with Tyler.
I felt naman hindi. Like this year, confident ako na that's not gonna happen with him.
Yeah, well, but you know, in fairness naman to Tyler, no, I think he found out that college ball is different. The UAP ball is different from Phil Oil or even MMBL, di ba? Na laro. So, now that he knows, he'll be ready next year. He'll be fine. You know, lalo na champion pa.
Yeah.
Di ba? So, you know, he'll be fine. But, anyway, yun. So, you're right. No? It was a magical run. And,
like
the basketball was fun to watch.
I don't want to think about next year, but parang let us savor this season.
Oh, definitely. But, you know, they were fun to watch. No? Parang...
I'm nodding my head pala, so you won't see it.
Yeah. I think for a while, di ba, hindi mo alam kung sino yung gagawa. Eh.
Yeah.
Iba-iba yung best player. Eh.
And that was the thing, like, sino yung magiging PS basketball player of the game or Shell, you wouldn't know eh.
You know, I like the fact that they started to hit their stride when guys like Rafi Verano and Vince Tolentino started to play better.
Like, okay, sorry, we need to go back to my highlight game. Rafi Verano carried us that game, that second FEU game. Step up siya ng fourth quarter.
Oh. So he was crucial, no? Because he plays the 4 position, sometimes the 3, depending kung saan siya ilalagay ni Tab.
And he was a bruiser.
Yeah. Walang
Enforcer at
takot. Walang takot eh. Walang takot. Plays the game, you know. I think what Tab turned the whole team was everyone was a weapon who could score at any given time, who could pass the ball.
Like Gian Mamuya, isa pa yung rookie pero walang takot eh. Drive.
Si Mamu, watching him in high school, he was always that fearless guy who would just drive into the teeth of defense and layup. Walang takot eh. So, ang ganda ng platform na binigay sa kanya ni Tab to perform. Pero I wonder how much of that block on Steph Curry.
Well, he did block Mbala also.
Yeah, he did. No? So, this kid's got guts.
And you have that, we're going to go to that soon, but in the Final Four, he blocked Hubert Kani.
That was a big block.
That was a big block.
The 3-point,
Yes.
3-point from the right corner pocket, 3-point attempt, yeah. That was massive. No? So, pero okay. For you, no, I said already Ateneo would win it. Ikaw, did you believe me, or at what point did you think that, okay, di ba?
Ako, you know me, I wouldn't predict like, hindi ko kaya mag-predict like you. I'm always hopeful. Lord, sana manalo. Pero, like, I was really stressed na the 13-1, I felt bad. I felt bad after the game. I kind of knew that we were gonna lose. Like, mahirap yata mag-sweep. And then, I felt bad. Parang, sayang. It would have been nice to sweep. But, could it have been a blessing in disguise na Lyceum lost, UE lost. So, parang, the Patriots lost. Yung ganun. So, it won't mean anything unless you win it.
You know what? Ateneo and sweeps don't go together.
Yeah.
You could go all the way back to the NCAAs.
They don't.
Oh, definitely. You know, the time when Baby Dalupan was still the head coach. When we won the last of the NCAA back-to-back titles, 75 and 76. They were undefeated at 13-0. And then they lost their last game of the second round to San Beda. Di ba?
But alam ko, my first year in high school, that was the fourth year of high school, Larry Fonashare. They went 12-0.
High school.
High school.
Pero iba yung high school.
Iba. Pero game 1, Larry Fonashare had the chicken pox. They lost by 2 to the Baby Falcons. 2 and 3 panalo na because Larry was back. Yeah, so now I understand that Ateneo and sweeps, they don't go together.
They don't go together talaga. Even during the Raba Aluseni, Greg Slaughter years, di ba may
Norman had at least 2 seasons na 13-1.
Yeah.
When
Adamson broke the streak.
Yes, that was one.
Diba?
And UP.
Diba? So, you know, it happens and it's fine. I think, you know, people won't really remember if you sweep it, but they'd remember it if you win.
If you won, yeah.
Yeah, diba? It's like what the Golden State Warriors breaking the season regular season
Wouldn't mean a thing without the ring.
Exactly, diba? So it's fine, you know. Tsaka, people are saying it was a reality check for Ateneo. Pwede hindi, di ba?
But I've also felt bad Final Four, first FEU game, we played the worst game of the season, that game.
Yeah, we were totally outclassed, no? But, you know, if you look at Ateneo basketball through the years, there's that one lousy game na tatambakan talaga tayo. Even remember before, during the 5-peat years, yung back-to-back, tinambakan tayo ng UE 20 points.
That was game 2.
Game 2.
And after game 2, we thought na my friend Keenan, Jiggy, patanong naman kay Rico, nung 5-peat, ilan yung 3 games? Sabi ko, parang
UE lang.
Parang UE lang ah. Naku, patay ganyan. Takot siya. May mga patay, ganyan.
Oh yeah, little faith.
And for me, 06 was my worst game. That will be the wound that will never heal because it's my graduating year. Talo. Game. Sayang yung dug shot and anyway.
Yeah, so that was a magical season.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I don't wanna point fingers here and there, but the Game 2, grabe. Yari tayo sa officiating sa Game 2, kaya tayo napunta ng Game 3.
No, the other thing that I thought that why we lost because of the Typhoon Millennium. It ruined the
momentum. Kasi may gap between na delay. But they were in foul trouble in that game. A lot of them were in foul trouble.
I thought also Game 2 that they weren't really hungry for it. They didn't want to win it kaagad.
Yung Game 3 naman, well, you know, when I talked to Larry, to JC about it, he wishes now that he dunked that ball because he thought that sasabay sila dun sa pagbantay sa kanya, but they didn't.
Sabi niya dapat dunk na lang niya.
Well, yeah, he thought about it, that sana dinunk niya kasi he nag-finger roll siya and then, the ball didn't go in. So,
Normal.
Yeah. But, well, the guy has a championship and nagilas siya, you know. It's one of my favorite players of all time, no? But yun. But anyway, okay, Final Four tayo ngayon, di ba? You know,
Sorry, can I just share this anecdote?
Sige.
I was talking to Jeff Canoy.
Hey, Jeff.
Talo yung sabi, 30, Jeff, sige. Because he's been bugging me, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. please, sige. O sabi ko, sige, katapusin ko yung season 1. Kung hindi ko tapusin season 1, matatalo ko niyo. I was midway yung game. Sabi ko, Jeff, that is on me. Hindi ko tinapos yung season. So nung Wednesday yung game, I had like 6 episodes pa na parang pagod ako ganyan. Wait, I need to wake up early and I literally finished the season until the first half. So Jeff, tinapos ka na, one big fight, ganyan. Biglang nung fourth quarter, game 2, down 8 points. Knock ng, oh my gosh. Natakot talaga ako. So dasal ako ng dasal. Ay. It was my brother's birthday. My dad said, sige, tapusin mo na, habol ka na lang, ganyan. So I couldn't focus, and my brother felt bad. Kasi pag birthday, you're supposed to wear red. I was wearing blue. Tinapos pa yung put me on IG stories. Ay nako, may kuya. Still watching the game, and it's my birthday. Ganyan. But when Isaac, with 14 seconds to go, Coach Tab says, guys, we have a lot of time. I don't want you to force anything. I just want you to parang play. This is the play. Ganyan. It was kind of like Bill Belichick telling the Patriots nung Super Bowl 51 I don't want you to do anything that you didn't do. Just play. What I tell you to do, yun lang gawin niyo. And that's what Tab did.
That's what he said in Game 3 against Salle also.
Do exactly as I say.
Yeah.
I want you to follow my instructions. Yeah. Yun.
And nasunod, di ba? Pero ako, yung FU, you know what? I thought their last game of the elimination round really resurrected their campaign. Kasi
parang statement game nila.
Kasi kakarag-karag sila eh. Lalo na nung when they beating Adamson. Okay, Adamson was hurting. Jerry Pingoy was injured. Sean Mangandi was injured. You know, but I thought that win, gave them the impetus to go into the Final Four. Oo, di ba? Kasi ang hirap yung papasok ka, galing kang talo. Di ba, dahil mo pang iisipin. Technically, yun yung nangyari sa atin. Di ba? Talo. So, di ba, there were doubts and it surfaced against FU. Di ba? Because we didn't know how to handle a loss. You have to learn how to handle a loss.
Yeah.
How you bounce back. Di ba?
And I think that what gave us the necessary mental toughness that we had to go through that for us to be ready in the finals.
Yeah. But you know, I didn't expect it to go 2 games, to be honest, against the Tamaraos. No disrespect to them, but again, they gained a lot of confidence. And you know what? The thing is, the second round game against us, they got a lot of confidence. In fact, the way they look at it, they gave the game away.
Yeah.
That's how they look at it, diba? So, in fact, you know, this FU team is going to be really good next year. In spite of losing guys like Ron Dennis. They got some guys coming up.
Arvin kasi has a chip on his shoulder. Well, he wants to play hard against us.
That's fine. Diba?
Yeah.
But, tayo, it's not about Arvin Tolentino naman but FU has always been a
good team.
I think they've been the, sorry, it's not La Salle. I think FU's been the real rival this past decade or so. I think even during the Arvin Santos years.
Yeah, Jolie pa, Miko Roldan gave us that buzzer beater.
Yeah, there's even during the 5 beat, diba? Even during the 5 beat, we had to get over those guys talaga.
Yeah.
Diba? La Salle's the traditional rival but in recent years the rivalry and battles with FU and NU have been titanic. Diba? Lalo na yung NU, for NU to win the championship, they had to beat Ateneo. Diba? Ganun naman yun have to go over the guy who's on top. But did I feel we were gonna lose game 2? No. You kind of have faith. It's not misplaced faith. Someone asked me, a photographer, August de la Cruz, asked me the other day, while we were at the FIBA press con. Sabi niya, hindi kasi Atenista kayo. Sabi niya kaya, no, that's not it. In fact, Michael Yulo was telling me, in spite of your love for Ateneo, sometimes you don't look at it like an Atenean, but you look at it very objectively or coldly. I said it has to be that way because I'm a journalist. But, it's not just faith, thinking that you knew that kasi si Tab answers for a lot of things this year. He had answers, he had plays, he had solutions. You know, ang bilis mag-adjust eh.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes, okay, there were mistakes in what I perceive to be mistakes in rotation or whatever, substitution. But he almost always had answers for what was going on. You know, it helps when you... It was like the fight, Pete. Alam mo, pagdating ng halftime, the adjustment.
Yeah.
So, but siya, after all, the third quarter became our quarter,
Yun nga eh.
Di ba?
Like third quarter, it's never a quarter.
Yeah. So he had answers for everything, di ba? Even game 3, Yuri Escueta and Joe Silva were telling me that the last shot by Anton Asisio to close out the first half, play talaga eh.
That was a play.
Play. Nasunod niya eh. Even the one where 30 drove to draw the defense and pass it out to George, di ba? Tama yung sabi mo earlier, di ba? You kind of think that the ball will go to Matt because he's the guy who scores the most points for us in the fourth period. But that's a gutsy move considering Isaac had hit some big shots even against FU, And had he a little more confidence, he would have made that shot against LaSalle in the second round, di ba? Pero what belief in Isaac, man?
No, but hindi ako bandwagon kay Isaac. Ha? You can look at through my tweets before pa he stepped up for Ike. Like, I'd always say, mabuhay si Isaac. Because I know he hustles eh. Like, my favorite players in the team are Isaac and Mike. Big Mike because, puso eh.
Yeah. I have a confession to make. I watched Isaac for a couple of years in the MNBL since I'm media officer for that. And I always thought that Tyler was the guy right there for Xavier. And while Isaac really struggled against Arvin Tolentino, against Clint Oligas and John Apacible, or then with Hope, medyo chinichibog siya dun eh. Diba? So when he went to Ateneo, I said, okay. But I wasn't really impressed to begin with. And I think last year he made great strides under Tab Baldwin. And more so this year. In fact, alam mo, nung the weeks leading up to the start of the UAAP, bumibitaw siya ng floater.
Huh?
Oh! Can you imagine that? In fact, I was waiting for him to unleash that this season against sila Embala. Saka nakita gano'ng kalaki, bumibitaw ng floater. Ano ba yan, di ba? So, di ba? Amazing, di ba? A lot of them really stepped up their game.
But even, I need to add lang with Isaac. Walang yabang, walang emotion.
Wala, cool talaga.
Humble eh.
Oo. Cool talaga, then, when I saw after he missed that shot against LaSalle and Sandy go up to him and even Tab give him all that confidence, it reminds you of that game when Tab was coaching Gilas and he pulls out Abueva, then quickly talks to Abueva, then grabs him, holds him by on his cheeks and all that. I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Sige, okay lang. Missed it. We'll get them next time, di ba? That's absolute belief in the player.
He didn't do it once, not twice,
Yeah.
but thrice.
Exactly, di ba? Grabe. Alright, so LaSalle. You have to go right at the defending champion if you want to win this, di ba? It's not fun, let's say, let's say for example, you play FU for the title, di ba? Or Adamson, but di ba? Mas masarap pag LaSalle kalaban mo. Kasi sila yung champion eh.
And even that mga article na, Embala might play for the national team, parang wait.
Cop out,
And Jason, in a sense, was like saying, dude, I want to win it when Embala. No excuses.
No excuses. Kompleto sila. Diba? But you know what? I said earlier that I noticed chinks in their armor this year. But arguably, this is a better LaSalle team than what they had last year. Well,
even without Jerome,
I thought Richie did a great job and is a much better all-around player.
And Richie's only on his second year.
Exactly. But si Jeron, remember, first year pa lang he was starting for LaSalle.
Yeah.
Diba? Then we played them in the Final Four, if you recall. Then that was yung 5-pit eh.
Yes.
Diba? Yun yung bumitaw si Kiefer ng shot na grabe, diba?
Pumasok pa rin,
diba? So, but
he was called for a flagrant.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And it was thanks to Ryan Buenafe.
but, di ba, why am I saying that this LaSalle team was better? One, Ben Ambala was much better. Then, I thought last year Perkins was not the Jason Perkins of old. Diba? Si Julian Sargent was not the Julian Sargent when they first won the UAAP title. Diba? Look, they had Sandy Santillan. Leonard Santillan. This guy should be on Gilas. He's
I
that
thought
good.
he was the X Factor.
Pero you know what? I think his promotion to the starting five, no, I had not written about this.
Sandy Santillan.
I thought that it hurt LaSalle. Because I would have gone to Abu Tratter. I thought last year, watching LaSalle, kaya tayo pinahirapan dahil paano may double team din ang bala na may Tratter pa doon, gumagawa yung Tratter.
Yeah.
Diba? Yung kahit paano, kailangan bantayan mo talaga yung Tratter. Grabe yun. Itong Santillan, kahit one-on-one coverage, makakalusot ka pa. Diba? Just watch him lang off the offensive boards. And I thought that watching Abu from the summer, his confidence went down. And that kind of hurts your rotation because he's coming in and he's not doing anything. So, but technically, they were still a very good team. They got Ramiltero, who was wonderful with St. Clair. Diba? Jologo had really picked up his game. Kib Montalvo was there. Aljon Milesio during the summer was just really lights out. Ibang klase tong team na to. Then, Richie Rivero, grabe yung Rivero. Diba? Talagang, man, this guy is gonna do well when he goes up to the pros.
Ang galing gumalaw.
Oh, so, but they had that individual talent, but sometimes they relied too much on one player.
Yeah.
Hindi, sa atin hindi.
And sorry, nakita ko nagsisisihan sila eh.
Yeah, that was strange, no?
And in game 2, I was right behind their bench. I saw Richie give up. He was crying. I think hagulgol, ugly man tears. And then Prince was saying, kaya pa yan, ganyan. And at one point, they were blaming one another.
Even
the
in
only
game 3.
reason they woke up was what the one you told me in Let's Go Art, yung binuhay ng crowd.
Oh, alam mo, napansin ko yun yung game 2. When the lead went down to 14 or something, 14, 13 points.
Tapos sa Let's Go Archers.
Then their crowd just really got into it. And I was looking at the Blue Bubble Battalion for a response. Wala eh. NR talaga. And they really picked it up, the cheering in
game 2.
Yeah. That spurred them on. And then I think nagpanic na yung team.
Yeah.
They panicked and they didn't know what to do. They were forcing shots and stuff like that. And, LaSalle just really tightened up their defense. So, good. Pero remember what you told me? This is the funny part. No? I don't know if you guys are superstitious. Jiggy, kwento mo nga yan?
Okay. So, the 2 games na FEU, we were there sa
Upper A.
Security blanket ko si Rick, like patron. Nakatayo si Rick dyan, okay. Parang, I'd always look at you, parang, kaya yan. Nung LaSalle game, I was talking to Jason, dude, wala si Rick. I was trying to call him, wala ata siya dito. Parang may iba siyang trabaho. And then, I realized na, parang talo tayo kasi wala si Rick. Then I called you, were you at the game? Yeah, I was in
Upper A.
So parang, kaya,
I was
dapat
seated right in the middle so I could see, I wanted to see the formations.
Yeah.
Diba? So mas kita mo from get to the middle.
So second, MOA, you weren't there.
Oh.
But I was en masse. And I didn't want to look at my phone. Like, parang, grabe, wala nagte-text. What the hell is happening? So I had to wait till 7 to see. And the first tweet I saw was, like, ang sarap pa na. They said, panalo tayo, ang sarap niyan. Yes. So parang I had to look at the stats na okay, panalo. Second game, I was there and I was looking at the usual place. Pucha, wala si Rick.
I'll clarify that. What Jiggy is referring to, normally I stand dun sa
Patron 110.
Patron 110.
Dug out.
I usually stand, and along with all the photographers, because
Media.
yeah, technically you don't have a very good view of the game because it's slanted. Unlike if you stay in the middle,
May blind spots eh.
may blind spots pa. So, but I wanted to get a look at the formation, especially how LaSalle would defend.
So, after game 2, we met up here in Rose.
Yeah.
This is parang misery loves company, ganyan-ganyan. And then I said, Rick, promise me you'll stay in, ano. Sige, ganyan.
For game 3.
Sige, I'll go there, Jig, I'll go. Pero I don't believe in super. Yes, I know you don't, but sige na, gawin mo na. And then, nung panalo na tayo, I call you, where did you stay? Sabi mo, no, I wanted to prove a point eh. Nasa office, sabi ko, hindi. Panatalo tayo. Ay.
No, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I remember before, if I'd watch panalo, if I don't watch talo, and then I missed the game. I was out of the country, and people are saying, "Where are you? We lost." And I said, "I don't believe in that."
No, kasi ako, like, I'm not an athlete. I'm not an analyst. I'm a spectator. Mga spectators, ay mga super, isip ko na, ba't tayo talo? Ano ba yung ginawa ko different this time? Like, hindi kasi ako dumalog yung mali yung binaba ko. Ganyan, sige. Like, you'd wear blue underwear. I'd have a green wallet. Tanggalin ko. Hindi ako magdadala ng wallet. Ganyan. May mga ganon. But you don't believe in it.
No, I don't.
Point taken. Point proven.
If you talk to the parents of the players, they're gonna tell you they sit in a certain position, they sit in a certain chair. Pag talo, they move. So I don't believe that particular movement will affect the game.
To our defense, it's more of pampakalma. Sige. Like, you're too stressed, let's try something else. Ganyan. Yun lang. Security blanket lang.
So ako, in game 3, I said, no, I'm gonna prove to Jiggy that di ba, kasi may mga nagsasabi, wala pang talo LaSalle sa Araneta Coliseum.
But you did tell me na panalo tayo. Maniwala ka sa panalo tayo sa win. Sa linggo.
Yeah. I would talk to a lot of people and say we're gonna win the finals, but we'd win it in 3. I don't think we were mature enough to sweep it. Diba? Unlike the 5-peat teams, grabe yun eh. Ibang klase yun, diba? Talagang halimaw mga yun eh. Diba? So, game 2, nung nag-21-point lead, sabi ko, there's this run that's gonna come. You can make a case for calls here and there, but hindi nasagot eh.
I thought that the call, initially, ang pakit ng tawag, blah, 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 blah. But then you told me, hindi rin. We had a lot of poor shots.
Yeah. There were chances to still get the win, but it didn't happen. But in game 3, lamang na naman. And then LaSalle made their run. I remember we were up again by 7 points nung halftime ng game 3.
Sila lumamang nung ano?
Yeah, sila pa lumamang, di ba? We ended up at 66 all, I think.
66 all.
At the end of the third. But I thought the way we answered the run in the third was crucial. Kasi nung game 2, hindi natin nasagot yung third quarter.
Pinatayaan na lang.
Oo, ito, nasagot nila. So I said, okay, we took their best shot. So now, sabi ko now, kasi kung lumayo yung LaSalle nun, baka tapos na yun.
So when did you know na okay, panalo tayo?
Well, I didn't think we were gonna lose that game. But you know what, I'll be honest with you, everyone.
You told me
for the first time since I started watching Ateneo seniors basketball in 1983, I prayed. I prayed.
When did you pray? Fourth quarter?
Ito na yung bumitaw si Melesio, si Karakot ng 3.
82-80.
Kasi naging 8, it was like 80-70 or something like that.
82-73.
Oh, there you go. Di ba? When then bumaba siya eh. Di ba? They really cut down that lead, and that was for the first time in my life watching basketball, watching any sports game, whether I was in Yankee Stadium watching the Yankees lose to the Diamondbacks, or even beating the Red Sox and then losing to the Red Sox, for the first time in my life, I prayed during a basketball
And
game.
what was your prayer?
I know that God doesn't take sides, diba? He doesn't take sides. He will not do that. He will not. It's up to everyone to win it. But for the first time, I prayed. When Lasal cut it down, I remember I turned around and looked at Ebong Bautista and Joey Casimiro. I closed my eyes and I prayed.
What did you pray? Hail Mary.
I said a Hail Mary, and then I said, Lord, give the boys the strength to hold fast and pull out this win.
Okay, I'll tell you what I did
Oh.
Prayer naman. So nung November 22,
Oh.
I went to Mass for my brother.
Oh.
Birthday niya. But I also prayed na, Dear Mama Mary, please intercede with me. Prayer, sana manalo versus FEU. Pray ako ng pray. Panalo. Thank you Lord. Thank you. But after game 2, nabahan talaga ako. And I was invited to Tokyo Comic Con by CB Cebulski, ganyan. Na, okay, I'm not gonna see this. So I researched, I'll go to Sophia University. Jesuit school, Chapel of St. Ignatius. And then kanina bang feast day sa Sunday? Magdadasal din ako sa Saint na yun. And I said, Francis Xavier. Pwede, sige. And then, there was a smaller chapel in Sophia University. Xavier Chapel. After Mass, sabi ko sa friend ko, dude, daan lang akong Xavier Chapel. I wanna pray for... Atenista rin siya. Sige. Pray rin ako. Pray kami. And ito, for everyone out there, if it's your first time to go to a specific chapel or church, you pray 7 Our Father, 7 Hail Mary, 7 Glory Bees, and you get 3 wishes. Yun. They say lang whatever you pray. And my wishes were, sana the refs call it fair. The other one was sana, parang I wish that the boys would play their hearts out, but they kept calm and they wouldn't give up. And the third one, I prayed for my friend who was going through something. Yun yung third wish ko. And I got it. Like you also said that the refs called it neutral. Game 3.
Yeah.
The boys kept.
Pwede naman pala eh. Pwede itawag na maayos.
Diba?
Ano naman sila, di ba? But are you finished with that one?
No, I wanted to say and I watched via FaceTime because there was no live streaming. I called my mom, patapat naman sa TV. So inayos niya, phone niya sa chair, nakano. And I was watching TV. I could see it. There was one particular play. I think it was the 3 of Matt Nieto. The 30, naghang siya. Slow motion yung press. And then, lapit na ba, delayed reaction kami. Ba't hindi lang kayo nag-cheer? Naghang.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. For as long as I've been watching sports, whenever there is, especially for the PBA, there's what I call the James Yap shots, because James Yap has this knack for knocking down these impossible buzzer beaters or whatever, highfalutin, high arcing shots, trick shots or whatever.
Napapasok na lang.
Mapasok. When you make those kinds of magical shots, I kind of think that this is yours, because there's an element of luck to go with your skill. And when Anton made that buzzer beater to end the first half, okay, that's one. And when 30 really jumped high to grab that offensive board, halos pahiga na nga eh.
Taas talaga eh.
Tsaka taas niya, tapos pahiga pa off balance. He had my thought watching him pull it down, man, that's desire. Because the rebounding is all about
Gutom
desire.
Talaga eh.
Oh, and I said, hindi tayo matatalo dito. And then nung pinukulimat yun, pumasok, sabi, we're not losing this game. We're not. And then Ike grabs another offensive board, and then he finds Anton Asisio for that shot. I said, no way are we going to lose this match. I mean, for me, that was the big sign there that, you know, this was gonna be ours, no matter if they made a run or not.
Yeah.
But, so yun yung mga sinasabi ko, those James Yap shots, no? Yung mga ganun. And,
Hierarchy.
but, of course, no? Then there was that mother of all those James Yap shots and Isaac making that shot with Kim Montalvo all over.
Yeah, may foul turn.
Actually, you know what? If he had released it a second later, sapal yan.
Oh, right.
In fact, you know what? When I saw
I gotta give it to Kib, nahabol. Parang
Exactly.
he came close.
I thought it was just he was just inches away from getting that block. Getting that block. No, we're good. And that was massive, no?
Yeah.
Akala ko talaga abutan siya ng sapal eh. Kasi it took Isaac he took a split second longer to wind up, you know,
Correct.
to take a look and before he released it. And wow, Kib, man, grabe, what a defensive player. But you gotta give a lot of props to 1 to 3rd to executing that play to perfection. Eh, sumunod yung tatlong defenders, Melesio, Montalvo, and then Embala. Pag swing ng ganyan, pumorbo pa nag-bend pa yun. Like a dead wolf. Diba, sabi ko, tapos na. Yan na yung the mother of all James Yap shots. But we should change it, the mother of all Isaac Go shots.
Wait, sige, sorry. Might go off tangent lang na. What would be a better clutch shot for you? Was it the Ryan Buenafit 3-peat or the Isaac Go? Both we were up 2 only. Both made it a 5-point lead.
Pareho na lang eh.
Diba? Ako rin, parang
You can't
yeah.
take one or the other eh. Siguro, ewan ko eh, kasi yung kay Ryan, that was really a gutsy shot because...
And this was the first 3 yata he took in that game.
Tsaka hindi ako sure kung yun yung play eh.
Yeah.
Na binigay sa kanya, hindi yun yung play eh.
Yes.
Diba? Talagang kinarga na lang niya talaga, di ba? But, you know, that's Ryan for you. But he also hit that clutch 3 against the Growling Tigers.
You can't see
over
John Cena
John Cena over Jerry Teng, di ba? Grabe yun, di ba? 4-point play yun.
Yeah.
So, hirap eh, but, you know.
That's Ryan being Ryan.
Ryan being Ryan, definitely. So, yeah, I think when Isaac hit it, and he said,
it was a sigh of relief and yay!
Kasi naging 5-point lead.
Yeah.
Di ba? Sabi ko, tapos na to. Kasi 2-possession ball game yan.
With 14?
Oh, pero if Anton and even, I think Matt missed one free throw, Anton missed one.
No, Matt was 6 for 6. The one who missed the free throw was Anton.
Anton, okay. Had Anton made that shot, di ba? It would have been a little more difficult. So.
87, 80.
Oh, but there was a crucial mistake by Vince Tolentino in the end when he...
yung Vladidivac tap.
Oo, di ba? Parang tinap niya, then...
Robert O, di ba?
Oo, di ba? So, medyo nakakatakot yun, di ba? Buti na lang, yung pag-inbound ng bola, ang layo ng mga tao kay Matt Nieto, di ba?
Like Christian Luanzan said na parang dahil pumasok yung free, hindi mo alam gagawin yung next move mo eh. Excited ka. And
that was massive, no? And you have to give a lot of credit also to Matt for keeping calm.
Clutch
yun, di ba? Grabe yun. So, but you know, okay, nung tapos na, the seconds were ticking away, di ba? Then, but wait, before that, no, there was that crucial stop by Ike on Embala.
Oh yeah,
di ba? To get
the possession arrow.
Grabe. Hindi talaga. But you know, we have to give a lot of props to Ike.
I'll never say anything bad again against Chibi Ike.
Well, you know
before, what? Gumayin ako yung I cannot watch this anymore ganyan. Kasi Butterfinger, pero he saved his best game for the last. And si Coach Tab, na-realize ko rin na teka, here's a guy who left his home, left his family, left his friends to play here. And you gotta give credit to that guy.
Oh, definitely. But by the same token, Ike's rookie year, he was okay.
Yeah.
he was serviceable, di ba? It was the second year. I don't know what happened there. He had some off the court issues.
Yes,
And
I
then,
remember that.
But he was just. It was difficult to watch that season. To watch him that season.
And the mood
And even I guess naman the criticisms warranted because it's not like it was unwarranted.
Yes.
But again, before the season started, I remember I was talking to Matt, and we were at Moro Lorenzo before one of their practice games, and I said, Matt, we're gonna need you to be a real leader for this team. We need you to really stand tall for everyone. So it's a pep talk I would give Matt a lot, even never to doubt himself. And I said, for us to win this, we're gonna need Ike. And then he said, you know what, sir? There are fewer turnovers. Watch him, he'll be okay. Okay na. Kasi naalala ko noon, may game noon. And there was this, nung summer grabe yung turnover na yun. Nagtawanan lahat ng mga player. And then medyo napagsabihan sila, huwag nyo nang pagtawanan kasi lalo madadown yan Diba? So, and then I remember, Matt telling me that he was so much better down. And fewer errors and his head was screwed on right and all that. He was playing with a little more confidence. And you can see that build with every game leading up to the UAP. And kaya lumakas ang loob ko kasi I went from my original prediction of a Salle back-to-back. Diba? And I changed it. I said, no, Ike's fine. Now he can bottle up Mbala. Kasi I've always thought, for all the Richie Riveros and other players, I always thought we had better local players. Diba? And you just have to neutralize Mbala, at least in my opinion.
And that's what Ike did.
Exactly. Diba? Although, lamang si Mbala ng konti sa points, but Ike contributed in so many other ways too, diba? Even the assists and the steals, not bad. So thanks, big fella. Thanks, and what a way for you to go out, Keone Vince Tolentino, diba?
And I wish him luck with this. He wants to get his degree, so
awesome.
Good luck.
Awesome. Good luck with that one. Okay, so champion.
Yes.
Sarap na feeling. 9 championships.
How's the coffee here?
Wonderful. Wonderful. I couldn't wait. Because when I was writing The Return of the King, it was like, I think I posted it like 1 in the morning.
I was flying home the next day.
Oh.
And sabi ko, bibili akong ready to drink sa airport. Ipopost ko to for Rick. Yun. So, cheers, buddy.
And funny about that article, around 21,000 people read it.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Inihintay talaga?
Well... I guess people are looking for stuff to read also.
Everyone, I don't know.
But, I also got some letters from some Lasalle and stuff. Some couple were crass. But,
yeah?
Yeah,
well, what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do about them, right?
Haters are gonna hate.
But yun, so, sarap ng panalo. So many will say it's an unexpected championship. Any championship is good. And to get back at those guys, is really the best. And 9 championships in the UAP, and then 14 in the NCAA. That's 23.
I've witnessed 7. We've witnessed 7 in the last 10. No, not 10.
7 before.
2000 to 15 years.
Well, swerte. I've been there for all the championships.
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
All right, so that's it for me and Jigs. Just reflecting about the past season.
Let's savor it.
Yeah, savor it. One big fight, guys.
OBF.
OBF.
Bye.